My name is Shannon Batts, and this is a story about getting my brain back. And so I was a high-functioning businesswoman and mother, well, not mother quite yet, businesswoman, and had always been high-functioning and able to think clearly until I gave birth 10 years ago. And I went from that life of accomplishing things and thinking straight and having conversations to not even knowing where I was. And that happened probably within 3 days of her birth, my daughter's birth. And so I went along like this thinking that this is just what happens when you're a new mom. And that's what people said pretty much. You know, you got the mommy brain. And that's what happens. It's a brain fog. Except it just kind of stayed bad. And then one day, after she was about 6 years old, 7 maybe, I'm thinking 7 years old, we went to a public swimming pool for a pool party. And it was pretty visibly, intensely chlorinated. We could smell it. We could, we could just really tell this was a heavy chlorinated pool. And we both started itching. It was like, that's just chlorine. And then it didn't go away. It just got worse and worse. And that night, my kid went from a child with no disturbances of emotions or mind into panic attacks, screaming, obsession, freaking out, fearful. Mommy, please make it stop. I can't stop itching. And I thought, I'm itching too. This is really weird. I wonder, something about chlorine has just poisoned us. And so I just happened to remember a family who had some healing from autism with their son and the naturopath that they saw. And so I called her up. And basically what happened is she said that this was looked commonly like what she knows as a histamine condition that in some people can't get rid of toxins. They can't carry things out of their body very well. So they called it undermethylation. And so I took my kid to the doctor, and she says to me, "And I can help you with your brain fog." I was like, really? That's outrageous. So, basically she did. And within the week, it actually only took a day or two for my child with, for her it was vitamin C. For me it was calcium citrate and vitamin C, and that's what it took to remove histamine from our bloodstream. And I think it took me about a week before I could track conversation. I didn't get lost anymore. I could put my business back together. I could become a functioning therapist again in the world and helping couples. And the part of this whole story that I haven't told is before that, before my child's itchy freak out, I went to a clinic, and I wanted to find out, is there something that goes wrong with giving birth that some women get stuck in, like not being able to speak right, and not being able to track things, not remembering the names of your closest friends? And I don't think it was 30 seconds into describing my prior functioning of being really high functioning and then suddenly not being able to think straight, before that particular doctor turned her back on me and started writing. And I asked her, "What are you doing? What are you writing? Are you writing a prescription?" She said, "I'm writing a prescription." I said, "For what?" "I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you for information. What do you know about this that might be happening to other women too?" And she said, "Well, I'm writing you a prescription for an antidepressant." I was like, "I didn't actually tell you I was depressed. I said that I could think, and then it's like I was brain injured or something. Suddenly I lost my memory. I lost my ability to track conversations, for 6 years. You know, she said, well, what did you expect? What did you think I was going to do for you? I said, wow, you're a doctor. I thought you talked to people about what was wrong and how things could get better. And maybe you might have even heard of something like this, or you might even know where I could go, a clinic for women or something that, or somebody who could relate to this problem. She says, well, I don't have time to talk to you anymore. I have people with some very serious problems like diabetes and stuff, so I need to go. You can talk to the social worker. I was so mad because I thought, you know, that is not right for one. And how condescending and assuming everything that isn't, I hadn't even, you know, asked for treatment for depression. But I thought, you know what, I'll just make it anyway. I'll find a way. I will go out there and I will see, how do brain injured people survive? People with strokes. Maybe I had a stroke. And then I just kept my fierce determination until that moment when we had that itching crisis from the pool. And it was at that point I realized, oh my God, it's not just me. I know lots of people who have anxiety and depression and can't think straight and forget things, and they think that they're just broken and that's just the way it is. And I wonder if they too have histamine in their bloodstreams that needs to get out. But anyway, that's my story.